Give me 1 second here. Just finishing up sharing. Please stick right there. I'm almost done, and I am done. All right. There you go. Come on. I'm going to give it a couple more seconds here for people to get on. If they are, I don't know how many people are actually interested in this, hearing about this, but all right. And as you guys know, I am Dion. I'm the owner and founder of Trudging Together. And Trudging Together does, we do a lot of different stuff. Hey, Jackie, good to see you. But Trudging Together actually does a lot more than I talk about it. And it's because I've had to wait. So, I've been wanting to make a move for a while, but the timing wasn't right. And I never like to go somewhere and say, hey, we have a problem without providing some kind of solution. So, if there's anybody on Facebook, can you say hello? Because I don't think Facebook and Restream are liking each other right now. So, because actually I know there's several people that are curious about this. Maybe they're busy. I'm live. You should put down everything. No, it just sucks doing it alone. There we go. There's Carrie. See, now it just popped up 3 people. See, there we go. All right. So I don't know why I always worry about that, but I do. You know what? I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to admit it and get it out there. This is so much more fun to do when other people are around. When I'm just sitting here by myself, after 2-3 minutes, I don't even really feel like doing it. Half the time, I just want to end the stream and I'm done. But I don't, you know. And even over 3 years, you'd think I'd have 50 million people that would pop on, right? But that's not how this works. See, a lot of times people get what it is that they need from me and then they move on, and that's okay. And good afternoon, Carrie. Thank you. So, Trudging Together, we do a lot more than I talk about. So, we have the podcasting. Podcasting is coming back. I had to take some time away from it because I had some other things going on and I had to do some work. I had to get to work, make a little bit of money. And there were other plans in place. I had another host that was going to do it and they kind of dropped off. So we will be getting back to those. We're going to be doing 2 a month. And then we're also going to be adding on fuck you, Uber. Their order was crap. So anyway, and then how was our order? We're going to be adding OA onto that. Overeaters Anonymous, Gary. And yeah, I'm just going to say, Gary, I already messed up. He's our VP. Sorry, I blew his anonymity, but he is a member of a specific 12-step group. Trying what I can not. He's not going to care that I blew his anonymity on that. I just try and but he's the one that kind of got a portion of this going. So Mayor Kaufman, who's mayor of Aurora, went to his church and I was supposed to get down there, but I wasn't able to make it. And Gary had a talk with Mr. Kaufman and this normie, right? Because in a sense to us, he's a normie, right? Because it's not alcohol or drugs, right? And we consider it just other. Was able to talk to this guy about what it is that we do and got us an appointment. That's hard to do in this. So props to Gary, man. Props to you, dude. I don't know if he's going to listen to this or not. I hope so, because this is where his props are coming from. I don't like going on our page and bragging. It's just something it doesn't feel right. Hey, we did this today and did it. No, I want my actions to show. I want not only that, but I don't want credit. I'm not looking for credit. I'm looking for change. looking for change. So, what I was doing is I was working on putting together a special skill set for classes for people going into detox. Rachel Fowler and I have been working on this for several months. We actually have a website for it. It's called Be a Recovery Coach. And we have recovery coach training, but it's about finding the right people for the right fit with the right education. And that's what I do. I'm very good at finding those people and finding the right fit, knowing what education they need because I worked there, and then advocating for that person to be able to go in and work at detox. Right? We need to do it slow. We can't do it fast. It's going to have to be slow. I'm going to cover some of the main points here. What am I getting out of this? Nothing. I'm not making a dime. I don't do this shit for money, guys. I've never been paid because of what I do for Trudging Together. I've gotten paid for being a recovery coach for other people, but in the last 3 years, I've made $1,300. Okay, so I'm not in this for the money. Are we clear on that? Good. All right. Second big question: what about the people working there already, Dion? Okay, these people that are working there right now are normies. They're kids with bachelor's degrees who, and this is one reason, and I know we don't think of this, so I'm going to put something in your mind here. Letting normies work at detox adds to a stigma. Now, why don't you think on that per se, and why? Why does it? Because when you get out of school and you go start a new career, where do you start? You start at the bottom. Right? Makes sense. So why is that detox? That is unfair. That is unfair to the people in detox and the people working at detox. What exactly is the right education? That is thank you. What a great freaking question. The right education, number one, is experience. Number one, experience. Carrie's got here. She got experience. I got experience. Jackie's got experience. Carrie's saying how she loves Rachel. Rachel has a ton of experience. Right? So we take that experience because it's fact. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put them through recovery coach training. Okay? It's going to be 60 hours. All 60 hours, not the 30, 60. So you're going to get 60 hours before you can go on. And Jackie, that is how we're balancing that out. Depending on whether they want to go to a hospital or detox or working with prisoners, I have that coming up too. Will be the education line that they kind of go after. Make sense? We take that, we bundle it all together, and then when you're done with us, you also get continued education. How do I write a DAP note? I don't know how many times I've taught somebody how to write a DAP note. It takes 2 minutes. It's very, very simple, right? Because the insurance companies, they want short and sweet. So, see, there's little tidbits missing, and that's what Rachel and I have been doing is we're going through it and we're filling in those little tidbits. Right? Oh, you want to be an IC? Well, let's figure this out. Can you get a bank account? No, I can't get a bank account because of my background. Well, Dion, will show you how to get a bank account without having to get that taken care of yet. Right? It's things like that you may not know. And the whole point is setting these people up in order to be successful. Right? So what happens is we bring that person in that has that experience, right? They come into the detox, they start talking to some people, and suddenly we got 3-4 people that want to go to treatment. I'm not kidding. This will be from one person. I used to discharge like 10 people a day, and I get like 3 or 4 of them in treatment. That's pretty good. Okay. And I was 22 years old. I had a CAC, but I was 22. It is because we can avoid the bullshit. We'll just skirt right around the bullshit. Even my therapist asked me a few weeks ago, she's like, yeah, I have this guy and he's saying AA just doesn't work for him and I'm stuck. And I told her, well, there's 4 other places he can go. I said, so go present those to him. If he says no to all of those, you know where he's at. He is not willing, and you tell him that you're not willing. I'm not going to work with you. Whereas us 3, because the 3 of us right now, we'd be able to pick that out. That's normal for us, right? Yeah. See, we can make sense of things that the people working there right now can't. Okay? Can't. They can't. My wife tells me, Dion, I wish I could understand it, but she would have to be an alcoholic. And I don't want that for her. Heck no. She wouldn't even be any good at it. I did get my ER training finally, learned a lot this past year and a half in addiction in 60 plus hours. Yeah. It's been lived in experience that you've learned from the most. Yes. From going there and doing it. Right. So how does this all start to mesh in? Because now I've sent another letter, and it's not just Mayor Kaufman that I'm going to be talking to now, but now I'm going to be talking to some people representatives at large. One of them, his name is Dustin. Was it Dustin Vonneck or something like that, right? And he's wanting to help with the homeless situation. So I reached out to him. I said, hey, this is what I do. He said, I would love to hear more. Can you email me? Here's my email address. Gave me his personal email address. Sent him a letter with solutions. Transition houses. Am I right? Transition houses. Yeah, people have a really hard time getting into rehab without health care. That is another thing we will be working on here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. And that's where those those transition homes come into play. Right. That's where they go while they're waiting to get into treatment, or maybe they're getting ready to go into a sober living, or maybe they're going to spend a year there and save enough money to move out on their own. It's a transition. It's a move on. We could have something that's a lot more permanent than that. Okay. Just imagine that $5 million that we decided to take from mental health, the $5 million that Polis gave away for getting your shots. Not going to get into it. Okay. Just think what that 5 million would do right now. Right this instant. But no, 5 lucky people who already have homes, who already have all their stuff, needed more. And one of the things that I did put in that email was, I will not do anything that goes along. You got it. I will not do anything that goes along with out of sight, out of mind. It will not happen. Nope. Mm-mm. So hopefully he and I can have a good discussion on that. So that's a lot of stuff that's coming up. Detoxes, treatments, prisons. It's all starting to fall into place, along with a very healthy thought, a very healthy, intentional education. That makes sense, right? Hey, Dion, how do I do this? When I got out of class and I was in IC, I would not have made it if I didn't know how to start a business. I would have flopped. And I'm a pretty smart guy, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty smart. But I would have failed. And I don't want these people go through training. I don't want them to fail. I want them to go out there and be like, holy crap, this is awesome. I want them to live a good life and be able to go on vacation and feed their kids while helping other people. So we're going to continue over here trudging together to be the example of the 8th tradition, and I will continue to make 12-step work. And if you try and stop me on this one, It's lawyer time. I covered my butt. I saved that till the last. I don't have a lawyer, but I'm going to tell you something. If you're going against this plan, I'm going to let you know that everybody's just going to think you're a selfish fuck anyway. Yeah, I'd never be able to do it solo either, Carrie. I don't want to do this alone. If I have to do this alone, then I don't even want it. I don't. No. So whoever's listening, whoever wants to be a part of it, reach out, man. I want everybody. Even if we don't get along, I don't care. And if you do, go write a 4-step like I did, for God's sakes. Go do the work. I don't know what to tell you. All right, guys, I've gone past 15 minutes. Nobody wants to listen to me on this anymore. That and I'm a little hyped up. So I feel better now, though. All right, guys. I will be back tomorrow for the daily reflections. Thanks for hanging out with me and listening, and being a part of. I appreciate it. It's pretty exciting stuff. It is. I'm telling you, this is good for everyone. If we make this move and detoxes, our rooms will fill back up in Colorado. We'll actually be able to maybe open something like Arapahoe House again. That's why we don't have any treatment. Arapahoe House isn't around anymore. Almost 2 years ago, we lost 80% of our treatment centers. That's why there's nowhere to go. We lost our detoxes. Now you go to the hospital. And what do? Nothing. That's why we need recovery coaches there too, so that something can get done. All right, guys. I love you. Peace out and have a day. Thanks for hanging in.